Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he has... What do you think, Sarah, this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Ms. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say that basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Thank you, and thank you. Share this video out. Please like the video at Facebook and like the video at YouTube. If you like the video and you share the video, but first and foremost, if you like the video, it can actually break the algorithms and it can help us to spread the message and get more people involved in the live feed. So I will extremely appreciate if you guys like the video at Facebook and give it a like, ring bell at YouTube. God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it, people. Now, before I start my argument and before I start with the facts and the videos that we have and that we are going to show you by Tapachula how, you know, the commissioner of tourism is going to talk about the huge spread of infections that they are at the border because of this enormous influx. Also interviews with people that they are outside of migrant stations in the part of the South Door connected to Guatemala, that these are lawyers that they are saying, you know what, where is the United Nations defending humanitarian rights? Now, at the live feed at the post, it says, where is the UN? And I do it sarcastically. I see a lot of people saying the UN doesn't work, Oscar. The UN doesn't work. Yeah, tell me about it. I've been fighting against, you know, this corruption that they are pulling around the world. Tell me about it. I've been consistently saying about the globalist compact of immigration that is a complete broken system. It does not work. Look at the catastrophe that is happening all across the borders of the world. So my question is sarcastically to say, where is the UN right now? Where are you? Where humanity, supposedly you are the philanthropist, George Soros, that you are to help, you know, the humanity and to help the world. Where are you right now? Where are you? According to Antonio Gutierrez, the Secretary of the United Nations, he spoke the other day and he said that everything that is going on and everything that is happening in Afghanistan, it is inhumane and they're going to try to do something about it. Going to try. That is the problem. When you add to your speech as a leader of the United Nations, you add to your speech a TRY. You're going to try. You're not going to do. You are going to try. We are not in times where trying it is a possibility. We are not in times where trying it is an option. We are not in times where trying is going to be a solution. No, we are in times that we want to hear things being done. That's it. Stop this madness. Stop this lawlessness. And stop all of this that is happening. Now, this is concerning because it has nothing to do with, migrants. Tijuana has been, and I live in Tijuana, Mexico, has been multicultural border. It has been a multicultural border. But I have mentioned this before, and I'm bringing it to the live feed again. Mexico initiates solicitations to accept refugees of citizens of Afghanistan. This people is not only Mexico, but also Costa Rica, that is Costa Rica, and also Chile have accepted to receive people from Afghanistan. The possibilities of people from Afghanistan coming into Mexico are really slim. That's what they're saying. That's what they're trying to portray. That's what they're trying to say. But according to Marcelo Ebrard, the Secretary of External Relations, informed that they are going to be receiving refugees from the cities of Afghanistan, particularly women and little girls. That is what the tweet of Marcelo Ebrard said. But the most curious thing and the most important thing right here is that also Chile and Costa Rica are now uniting to this humanitarian help against the women and the ladies of Afghanistan. As I did a live feed the other day, and in that live feed, I particularly emphasized myself on the laws right now of the women that they are trying to implement the Taliban now radically, abruptly, practically cheating on Sharia law, that is the law over there, Islamic law, but they are radically pushing more. That is horrible what they're going to try. It's unhuman what they're going to try to do to women. This is why the women are escaping. This is why the women are running away. And apparently, this is why the International Relations Guide of Exterior Relations, also Marcelo Ebrard of Mexico, he just said, you know what, let's help the women and let's help the little girls that they are trying to exile and they're trying to exit from Mexico. There's also an article of young men and also men from Afghanistan throwing their children through a Constantine wire so they can be rescued on escaping from Afghanistan. Taliban has taken over the capital of Kabul. Women are trying to escape because the radical changes that they have done in towards the rights and towards women. The last one that I heard is that a woman cannot laugh on a high note to another man to hear her voice laughing. It's just horrible. It's just a crime against human. I believe that it's just inhumane. This is absolutely inhumane. And this is not only, what is happening. This is ultimately one of the things that is just happening right now. But you guys seen what is going on in the migrant camps. And this is a migrant camp that is close to where our partner, Real Anthony Agüero, was reporting about. This migrant camp that is located right here in Reynosa, that is the border with McAllen, Texas. That is the border also close to Del Rio, Texas. That is the border close to, to La Joya, Texas. That is the border close to everything. It talks about an enormous collapse of this migrant camp that ultimately right now, also the migrant camp over here in Tijuana, it is collapsing. This is a mess, people. And we've been talking about this. I remember when we started talking about this, that if Donald Trump was not going to get reelected and everybody was saying like, you're a sellout, orange man, you're kissing the white man's boots. This is about systematic racism, the white supremacy, the white privilege, all of this crap that the left is pulling every day, right? And it was not about that. We knew about the enormous collapse that is going to happen because we live over here. And also, we brought our partners and colleagues from Ben Berquan, Real America's Boys News, to travel all the way to Tapachula. Anthony also to travel all the way to Tapachula and to show them our country and show them our borders and show them how it is in Mexico. And how is this going to affect on the later on? Look at this article right here, people. This article says, right here says, Reynosa migrant camp swells to 5,000 preps underway as tropical storm threatens the region. 5,000. So this is one of the reasons why you get through McAllen a humongous number that they're crossing on a regular day basis to the rivers. This is one of the number one reasons why you get a huge number of people crossing to the water rafts. And the smugglers, they're being now, as our partner Anthony showed the other day on the other side of the border, the smugglers are being helped by the National Guard. It's upside down. Everything is so upside down. So this confirms the rumor that it was a rumor by one of the a network that it was saying that Washington ordered to the Border Patrol of McAllen, Texas, to stop arresting smugglers. Do not arrest smugglers. And if this is comparable right here, this is truly comparable because Anthony the other day showed where the National Guard is just helping the smuggler. It's just holy cow. Holy cow. So the article goes on and says this. It's a complete mess, people. The article goes on and says this article was released by the Border Report, and it was written by Sandra Sanchez on August 16. It says McAllen, Texas, a migrant camp in the northern Mexican city of Reynosa has swelled to nearly 5,000 people. That includes 100 families who were expelled by South Texas last Sunday night. Migrant advocates tell the Border Report about 5,000 migrants currently are living in downtown Plaza, some without tents. Of course, they're going to pander to this situation or any type of protected covering, and volunteers are frantically trying to send over supplies in anticipation that a tropical depression could hit the Rio Grande Valley later this week. So this is a mess. So this is the tropical storm, as you see right here. This has happened before where the tropical storm has hit this. This happened in 2019, if I don't remember. This happened in 2019. In 2019, there was a big migrant camp, and I believe that it was exactly the same place in Reynosa. Huge migrant camp. And it was a tropical storm, hit the tropical storm, and after it hit the tropical storm, that same night, the massive migration occurred in that particular port of entry where all the migrants were let in. So if you're a migrant that is right now stationed on that particular place, this is a positive note for you because it's apparently is going to be favoring you. If this tropical storm hits, they're going to accept you into the United States of America because the United States is that vulnerable right now to let everybody in if there's a tropical storm on the other side. Not only that, it has happened before. The last influx that happened on I believe that it was McAllen, I don't know, Del Rio, where migrants arrived at around 12 o'clock in the evening. There was a heat wave, really strong heat wave, and ultimately they were let in because of the heat wave. So this started the smugglers and the coyotes started using it as a strategy. They started sending hundreds of people around 11 or 12 o'clock at noon. So it was a strategy. So this is a tropical storm that is apparently going to come to Reynosa, and as you see, it is coming right here by the part of Grace, San Juan. You see San Juan, Puerto Rico right here. You see San Juan right here, and as it's starting to overwhelm this part, and it's going to hit pretty big. It was just, as you see right here in Grace and San Juan, it is creating the tropical storm, but it's going to open up and hit Harlingen and hit Houston, and ultimately hit Tampico and all these northern parts right here at the border. So this is, oh my God. I don't know. And this is my question. at the live feed that I said, where's the UN? Like, this is, I have asked multiple times migrants when I travel to Tapachula, when I travel to Guatemala, I asked them, where is the UN when you're migrating to the Darien Gap, the most dangerous place in the world for a migrant, where you see a lot of trafficking of children? I have asked them in their face, and you have seen it right here in my interviews that I have done when I was over there in Guatemala, in Tapachula. I asked them, is it true that in the Darien Gap there's a lot of trafficking of children? There's a lot of abuse towards women. Yes, it is true. So where's the United Nations, like, right there? Why the United Nations is only located in borders? Why the United Nations and all these globalists and these elite, why are they not helping those particular places? Is it the only one country that is helping, aiding, and abating this situation? Is it only the United States of America and Mexico? Mexico, I'm saying my country, because it is the number one that is accepting all of this and is used as a trampoline to get to the United States of America. But where are all the other countries, people? Where are all the other capitalist countries? Do you guys remember all the other capitalist countries that I've shown you? There's a lot of capitalist countries that I've shown you that they're first-class capitalist countries that they can also help economically, financially, to help all these Central American countries. Hong Kong, New Zealand, Australia, Canada's helping, but it's hitting all the way to the top. All these countries, where are they? Why they're letting all the responsibility only to Mexico in the United States of America? Why? Complete disaster. Not only that, this article that I shown also the other day, that I want to reply it again because this is concerning news. This happened. Shots fired again into the two port of entries in Tijuana. That is the port of entry of Otay, on the east side of Otay. We have been to that area where the shots have been fired. And 2 times shots were fired to the border agents of the United States of America. It's August 17. It says for the second time in a row, the Border Patrol and the south border of the United States, they heard shots fire, close to them. A Border Patrol agent informs that the first incident occurred on the 9th of August in the port of entry of Otay Mesa. The CBP indicated, and also the second shot fire occurred in the morning of the same site, and it affected agents that they were patrolling the north side of the barrier between San Diego and the United States of America. Also, they're adding right here in this article that this has happened also in Juarez, in Ciudad Juarez, the border that connects to El Paso. Complete mess. Complete mess. It's a complete disaster. These are new statements by the, as I was in last week, I was in Guatemala. It was in Tapachula, the border that connects to Guatemala. And we crossed to Guatemala, as you guys saw, that we crossed to Guatemala in the middle of the rain. We cross over there and we broadcast how deportees, that they're being flown from McAllen, Texas, all the way to Tapachula. Yesterday, 2 days ago, was yesterday or 2 days ago, another plane arrived into the border of Tapachula, flown all the way by McAllen, Texas, with deportees from Central America. All of them, they were going to drive them and take them into the border, on the south border. This is a huge concern for the Mexican people because they say why they're not flown all the way directly into Guatemala. Why are we paying for this? Why are we, being a transportation company? Or why are we transporting and using our National Guard to transport them all the way to their native country? Why are they not flown all the way directly over there? And why are we being flooded and used practically by the Biden administration right now as a hotel, as we are getting influx by the south, this enormous influx, and now by the north? So the Tapachula citizens are mad. And this is an interview by the commissioner of tourism in Tapachula. Hear his statements, and I will translate what he says right here. And it is just amazing, the statements that he's using. This is an incredible 2-minute and 32-second interview of the statements that he is practically using. And he's frantically saying, you know what? This is enough. We had enough. This is a lot what we are encountering right now. This is another interview with the commissioner of tourism of Tapachula, as he explains the enormous influx of people from Haiti and people from Africa that they are, influxing in an enormous, in a massive way in that particular border. Now, get to know This man stands for legal migration. It's exactly like we stand. We stand for legal migration. We're not against migrants. We're not against nobody. This whole globalistic elite way of migration, it is incorrect. And these leftists, they need to understand. And they're understanding right now because it is collapsing and some bills are not being passed. Like the Biden bill, the $4 billion bill, guess what? Possibly is not going to be passed because the Stay in Mexico policy there has 80 to a 90% chance that it's going to be again reinforced. It's going to affect a lot the country of Mexico because if it's going to completely collapse, Mexico is going to collapse. Our country and our borders are going to collapse. You know how many hundreds and possibly millions we have over here that they are waiting to go to the United States. So the Stay in Mexico policy, it is profitable for the United States citizens. I'm not gonna lie, but for Mexican citizens, it is not. It is not. So the main process with this Stay in Mexico policy, what it's pushing is for Mexicans to do exactly the same to Guatemala, El Salvador, because the United Nations Globalist Compact says that if you want to try to flee as a refugee or as an asylum seeker, you can do it first at your country, at your office, and then they will admit your application and send it to see if you're applicable or not. That is the way and that is the process. That will ultimately boost the security in every country. Look at this interview as I will translate how the Commissioner of Tourism says about what is happening in Tapachula. The authority is not doing the same. The authority is doing different with the Tapachula citizens, but they're not doing the same with the migrant population. It is right now they're talking about that is 1/3 of the population of the municipal city of Tapachula. We haven't lived this scenario and the worst scenarios of immigration. This is the first time that we live something like this. We have never had this kind of encounterment and this kind of influx of migrants, never in the history. And believe me, Tapachula is a city that is a migrant city. Tapachula, since it was founded, Tapachula has been a migrant city. And never like this and never under these conditions. And never like this because people from Haiti and people from Africa, they have different customs, they have different cultures, and it's a shock culture for us. They're not only violent, you see the complaints around the whole city. They drink a lot of alcohol, they use profanity at the streets. They scandalize. And now we're hearing that, they're using the argument that you cannot touch them and that the authority cannot do anything towards them. Because the same authority, it is, promptly, they're incentivizing this to not be touched and to not be arrested. So the same authority, it is incentivizing for them to be free and to be this violent. And we don't know where we're going to get to this. Is me that I'm also a business owner. I'm already prepared because I already been attacked by violent people. We are not receiving nobody that is with like that. They're really violent. We are not going to end up in no provocation. They're going to get us into trouble. But we are not going to permit that these migrants that they're from Haiti and Africa, they're going to come to our business and also threaten us and and try to hurt us. It has happened before. They have been violent. We were at a plaza in Sendero. There were 4 people from Haiti, and they threw chairs. They threw the computers to us. They went inside the office. They completely vandalized inside the office, and the police did not want to intervene. Me and my personnel, we intervened to save our equipment. And from there on, we took the decision to not attend them anymore, to not take care of them anymore. You're not going to sell no product to no people from Haiti. No, we're not going to sell no product to no people from there. We as an enterprise, we as a company, we're not going to sell to no foreign person that is violent in our business. And that is my right. And that is my right, and nobody can take that away from me. That's my right that I decide. Who do I sell and who do I attend in my own business? From that day that incident occurred in our business, we decided to not attend them and to not, basically take care of them anymore. This is the Commissioner of Tourism of businesses, of local businesses in the part of downtown in Tapachula. Wow, aggravated. This is the guy that leads businesses in the municipal city of Tapachula and downtown Tapachula. I will say something, and I'm going to be, really honest about this. The community of people from Haiti in Tijuana, they have adapted completely to our culture. I don't know why, and I don't know how it changed to Tapachula. But over here in Tijuana, the community of Haiti has adapted. They have gone into colleges. They have, got college degrees. They're working in companies. They're working in gas stations. They have, their local businesses. They're creating businesses. A big chunk of the community over here in Haiti and Tijuana has, boosted in some way the economy. Over there in Tapachula, it is horrible. I don't know where and I don't know how it got to that point, but it got to that point because over here in Tijuana, we did not have that disorder. We did not have that freedom for nobody to destroy a city like this. This is the absolute complete disaster of a city, lawlessness completely. This is horrible, people. I don't understand until what point. This is why I was in the live feed that says this is a complete mess. It's a complete mess. It's affecting local businesses. It's affecting people on our own country. And it's affecting the citizens of Tapachula. This is because you let them be who they want to be. And there's laws that they have to go by. There's laws, and there's also, practically a municipal authority that you have to respect. And these individuals in Tapachula, they're not respecting law because they're given the freedom to disrespect the law. They're not put in their place because they are, doing all this mess in the border of Tapachula. It is just inhumane, but ultimately it's also a complete disaster. In this complete disaster, it is trickling into a domino effect that it goes to another city and another city and another city and another municipal city. Of 600 neighborhoods, 165 of them have been affected, and that is in a statistic that Institute National of Immigration is given in the part of Tapachula. Complete disaster. God bless everybody that is watching. Buy me a coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting, buy me a coffee is on top of the link. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you for contributing to our independent reporting. We are going to travel again, so everything that you guys contribute and to our platform and to our Buy Me a Coffee is to save up to travel again to another border to give you guys coverage of the reality and the truth about what is happening. This is another incident that happened in Tapachula. This happened in the Institute National of Immigration, in the Institute offices of the 21st century. You see all these people right here. I was last week on that place. It was alone. It was calm. But you have all these barriers to enter this particular place. All these barriers. This is it's better known as the prison for immigrants over there in Tapachula. They know it like that. All of these people are visitors that they're trying to go see their, relatives or lawyers that they're trying to enter right there to attend, to attend to see a court date, to see their court, to see their paperwork, to see how the migrant is doing, and all this kind of stuff. This is why I say, where's the United Nations? Don't tan. Where are all these people that created this globalist compact of immigration? Where are all the United Nations people and the philanthropists, George Soros, that created all this catastrophe? Remember when the globalist compact was not created, we did not have this enormous problem. We didn't have this problem in our borders. Where is George Soros right now giving a statement? Give it a like to this video. Like this video on YouTube. Like this video on Facebook. That actually helps people if you like the video. So let's go right here and put this little clip of how it looks outside. And you're going to see a lawyer that is trying to help a migrant to exit this place so he can migrate. But you're going to see his statements. And I'm showing this because I want to show where is the United Nations. Look at this clip. This is the outside of the office. And right here, you will see the lawyer, which is a 2-minute and 51-second interview. This is one of the lawyers or one of the people that represents a migrant from inside of this migrant station where we visited last week. Look at his statements and look what he says about this migrant station.
Y pues yo creo que fue un error el que pusieran a una persona de la milicia para ser el delegado. Pues toda vez que él the treatment, the prepotent and arrogant treatment from the authorities of the federal authorities of Mexico on us. And I think that it was a mistake to put somebody from the military in charge of this situation. He's thinking that he's treating with his employees, and right here the treatment needs to be humanitarian. Here you see the people, being bored and without letting them in to see their relatives. To the lawyers, we're only 2 lawyers. I have been all day right here. And the lawyer that is in front of me, he has been waiting 2 days to enter. They don't let you in. Simply, they're telling you, just you're not allowed in, and they're not going to allow you in. What is the, all these population that is coming over here? Why are they coming over here? Just to visit, just to the signature of that they're confirming that they're still in the city of Tapachula for them to be confirmed that they're eligible for the visa transit. Now, why am I putting this interview? First and foremost, again, where is the United Nations? This problem, this catastrophe that is occurring not only at the border of Mexico, but it's occurring in all borders around the continent of America and also in Europe. This catastrophe was created by one man and by elites. All these globalist compacts, the Paris deal, that is a globalist compact of the environment, the globalist compact of education, the globalist compact of immigration. It is created by a one world ideology, one world economy, one world, no borders, no sovereignty, no identity as a country. All of this catastrophe that is happening in every border, as you see a lawyer concerned right here about his client that is an immigrant, he cannot even go in there because the authorities of Mexico are possibly violating humanitarian rights. But how does this work? So the United Nations planned all this, globalist compact of immigration for every country to migrate and for every country to have the same idea of open borders and open migration for people to migrate freely to the borders, right? So if you had this enormous planification and geographically and logistically, you had it all, decked out, all of it. How is this happening? It is a broken system. The globalist compact of immigration does not work. That has been one of my obligations to confirm to all of you guys that the United Nations themselves are violating humanitarian rights by pushing this narrative of massive migration to continue. They're not there at the jungles. They're not there right at this moment with this man. They're not there at the deserts. They're not there at the seas. You don't see them at the water rafts where the trafficker or a smuggler is bringing them to Reynosa or through the Rio Grande into La Jolla, Texas, or Del Rio, Texas, or McAllen, Texas. You don't see them right there. Why you created this? It's just so easy. It's just so easy to identify, and I don't know why and until when these people are going to understand. The number one thing that is happening right now, that countries are waking up and they're understanding this is a catastrophe. I don't want this in my country also. I don't want this in my country at all. The United States people at their borders, they're ultimately now understanding and they're appalled to what is happening. They're really appalled to what is happening. They're concerned. They're really concerned to what is happening at their borders. Because if this continues at a fast pace like it's continuing now, people, there will be no border. Plain and simple. There's no argument whatsoever that you can stand against of what I'm saying. There's no argument at all to what you are going to try to tell me. That if this continues, this is going to be fixed. Leave it to George Soros. He's going to, create a program where everybody's going to be perfect and everything's going to be just okay. And, don't worry about it. It's going to be perfect. No. As you're seeing right now, everything that is happening at the south border of Texas, it is exactly happening, but as a disaster in Tapachula. Every time we knew that this was a domino effect, and we have been telling you this since the longest time I remember when I started with the American public in 2018. And I started telling you, this is a domino effect. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And we are almost going on 4 years now. It's already here. And the problem is that if this is acceptable, and it is being accepted by United States citizens, that right now, it's only, we're going to do something about it. We're going to do something about it, but nothing is being done. This is the problem. The root of the problem, it is, this man right here. This man is a lawyer in Tapachula. He is concerned about his client, an immigrant client that is in there. They're not letting him go in to check on his client. It's a violation of a humanitarian right. Okay, I got you right there. Where is the United Nations? You're a client, right? Where is ACNUR? Where is the United Nations standing right there to say, hey, authority, there's a globalist compact of immigration that Mexico signed. Why is the Mexican president violating humanitarian rights then? Where is the logic on this? So you sign a globalist compact, but you're not attending to the globalist compact rules, laws, or whatever they are? It's a disaster. This is a complete disaster. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. Before I go, I wanted to say something for every single one of you guys. Something that I believe that is extremely important. And I believe that is the most important thing that I will say right now in this live feed. And I want you to share at this moment what I'm about to say. This is extremely, extremely important. Really important for every single one of you. So put attention to what I'm going to say. They released a statement the other day, Middle East. The Middle East released a statement yesterday of the honorable and the employee of the month. And the winner is this guy. I just got to ask a question. I just had to ask a question right now. Are we going to agree on this statement or not? This is a joke, by the way. But I just want to ask a question. Is this the worst president that you ever had in the United States of America? This is a joke, by the way. But I just want to ask a question. Is this the worst president that you ever had in the United States of America? As a Mexican to every United States citizen. I believe that is the second worst. The second worst. I believe that Obama is the first one. There's nobody that has ever been more racist than Barack Obama against Latinos and Mexicans. And right now you're seeing it, how this Joe Biden is using humans again, because he's, again, exactly the same strategy that Obama did, entered a lot of people and then deporting them back to private prisons and to private facilities and private companies to transport them, and also private planes and all this kind of stuff. Exactly the same thing that is happening right now. And just wait a second. Until 2 or 3 years, he's going to start deporting and deporting and deporting and returning them back. It's making a multi-billion business out of private prisons and private flights. And private prisons and private, companies that they are going to have detention centers now, using them and renting them, creating better jobs. That is his way to create jobs over humans. And now this catastrophe that is occurring in the United States of America. Wow. I don't even know where to start or where to explain, really. Employee of the month. Right there you have it. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Buy me a coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting, buy me a coffee is on top of the link, and also to our travel fund. We are going to be traveling again to another border, possibly in the United States of America. We don't know, in the United States or up north, the United States, we don't know yet, or down south in another country. So we are planning another trip to the border. So all your contributions go to our travel fund. God bless everybody. Follow me at Facebook, Telegram, my YouTube channel is Oscar L. Blue. Also, our new YouTube channel is Oscar Blue Independent Media. Follow also Border Network News at Facebook, Telegram, and Instagram. Subscribe to our Telegram and Border Network News. Also, go to our channel at Facebook and like the video, man. And also on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. Also, you can follow the other half of Border Network News, that is Anthony. Follow him at every platform that exists from here to the universe. And you can follow me also at Getter. I forgot about that. Follow Ben Berquam, Real America's Voice News. Watch The War Room with Steve Bannon. Also follow Miss Sarah Carter from Sarah Carter Show. Follow all those platforms, man. Follow also Will Johnson also. Give a shout out to Will. Right here. And United America, what is it? Let's Talk About It. The show and that he has on YouTube. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much. 44 minutes in. If there's a question, I will give 5 minutes of questions. If you guys want to ask me a question, legitimate question about also what is happening. Real Anthony Agüero. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, it's Real Anthony Agüero at his channel at Facebook. So if you guys want to ask me a question, this is the time to. I will address your question right now. Somebody saying my Instagram is hacked. We got the same problems, Miss Bicky. They took down my Instagram. Yeah, I only had like 1,200 followers. You're like, go ahead, take it, man. I don't. It's like, go ahead, take it. Hey, what the hell? They cannot take it, man. I was doing live feeds talking about the vaccine, and they got mad. They got really mad. You know. So you guys want to ask a question? Let me see right here. That was an excellent interview with Steve Bannon and Stu Peters. Yeah, we did like 3 shows over there when I was in Tapachula. I did one interview with Ben Berquam, and also he, later on he put a show at, with Steve Bannon. And ultimately we did 2 shows later on with him on the War Room alone. And we did a good interview with him. Plug Wendy Bell Radio. Also, oh yeah, follow Wendy Bell. She's from Pittsburgh, all the way from Pittsburgh. Go Steelers, man. Go Steelers. I'm a Charger fan. You know, that's the team that never gets to the Super Bowl. And when we get to the Super Bowl, we get our butt kicked by the San Francisco 49ers since 1994. But I'm still a Charger fan, man. I have a question, Oscar. With what is the Mexican president saying? It's exactly. I put a post the other day. Joe Biden says that all of this is he inherited this mess, and AMLO, it is exactly a copy paste of what Joe Biden is doing. But AMLO has been doing it since before Joe Biden. AMLO has been completely every day blaming the past president, the past administrations, and 85 years of bad governments. Blaming all the time past presidents. He never comes with a solution. Never comes with a solution. There's another question right here by Dixie Gregory Simmons. Says, when is the president of Mexico going to leave the United Nations Pact, a globalist compact of immigration? My God, it's already infested in our country. It's so deep, and that cancer is already in our country. So it's really hard to say that we're going to leave it, that we are going to leave it. The other president from the other political parties that they're coming on the next election, that is 3 years from now. 3 years from now. The other political parties, they already said that they're pulling out of this globalist compact of immigration. They already said, we are pulling out. This is not helping us. We're spending a lot of money, and we're not helping the poor people and the indigenous people of our country. You should hear the Mexican citizens in the border of Tapachula, how they speak. I love for all these leftist, liberal, so-called writers or whatever they are, to go with me hand in hand and take them to the Mexican, to all the Mexican businesses and tell them, oh, she's advocating for this. She says that this is okay, that you are eligible to take it. Go ahead. I will leave you alone in the business with them so you can talk to him for a little bit. But they just write from their office. That's what they do. And they go on these platforms and they just do a show and write in their office. They don't walk. They don't walk the talk. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the talk. Are you going to interview Diego Martinez for California governor again? We already have one. We already had an interview, and I believe that he explained what he wants for California. I don't. He said that he was going to come over here. There's other governors that they are trying they have sent me multiple messages. Other candidates. There's a lot of candidates for governor in California. There are like 46 of them, man. It's just, the number is just, whoa. But a lot of them, they have sent me messages and see like, hey, can you do an interview with me? Can you do an interview? I'm like, yeah, man, it doesn't matter. So, I will do it. So we are, we're about to have more interviews with more candidates of California. This is important that I ask, and I forgot to ask one question to Diego Martinez, the candidate from California to governor. What is he going to do with all the long lines to make it more agile for border crossers to agilize more to the United States of America? I think that if he becomes governor, or whoever becomes governor of California, he needs to have a big conversation with the governor of Baja to fix the the access, and geographically to try to help the city over here to say, okay, this is what you got to do. Bah, I'm not going to invest. It's not coming out of over here the money, but this is what you need to do. And I will fix the fluency of vehicles because it's really bad. Also has to do a lot with the trafficking that is occurring. That slows down a lot, the human smuggling and all this kind of stuff. More, somebody right here is saying hello. I don't know who it is. There's also followers right here in the neighborhood. Let's see one more question right here. Caitlyn Jenner is running for Cali governor. Oh yeah, I forgot to put that on the live feed. Let me just right here real quick. Let me just. I think that I got it right here. Let me see right here. I asked that question. I did not ask that question because I don't want to get into the situation that everybody's going to be. You know, when you talk about Caitlyn Jenner, you know what kind of topics you are going to. The other topic that is going to be brought. So I'm just don't want to touch that because it's none of my business, really. But this article was released by the San Diego Union Tribune, and let me bring it to the table right here. Right here before I go. Love your reporting, Oscar. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Bicky. Thank you. God bless you. This is the article by the San Diego Union Tribune. Stories that connect us. No, I don't want nothing to do with you, man. Right there. So it says right here, it says Caitlyn Jenner tours the U.S.-Mexico border in San Diego, California during the recall campaign. See the San Diego Union Tribune right there. And you see Caitlyn Jenner right there. And the statements that she used was pretty strong. You know, practically, it says, you know, that she was laying down on the bed. It says one of the reasons I decided to run for governor is I was laying down in the bed. I was watching what was happening at the border, and I was so upset with it. That's what Jenner said. It says people dying, people drowning, kids in cages. It was bad policies and bad outcomes, horrible outcomes in this case. So it also she added, I'm the only candidate in this recall. This is what she added. Look at this. This is important for everybody. Which, you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, this guy or I'm sorry, Caitlyn Jenner is not a conservative. That's what, you know, I cannot have an opinion on that. So it says I'm the only candidate in this recall who has run a border city and dealt firsthand with immigration and trade issues. I support a safe and secure border and expanding jobs and international trade. Also, it's past time to end human trafficking and drug smuggling. We can focus on expanding economical and cultural opportunities on both sides of the border. So this is one of the statements that it was used by Caitlyn Jenner. Right here, you will see that this is a huge gap. We have been in this gap. Ben Berquam, Real America's Voice News, and myself, Oscar Blue, we have been in this gap. We have shown this gap, how this gap has been openly abused by particularly migrants of a lot of from Brazil. Otay Mesa right now is being flooded by migrants from Brazil. They got more than 7,500 since the month of March have crossed in through this particular gap. This is where the Border Patrol has been shot at. And migrants from Brazil have been entering from that particular part. Ultimately, you will know that, you know, the connection to migrants from Brazil is to that particular part, to deliver themselves and to surrender for the political asylum into that particular zone of Otay and the east side of the city of Tijuana. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you all. Buy me a coffee for our travel fund. It's right there on the top of the link. Thank you so much for cooperating and contributing to our independent reporting. Stay safe. Follow all the platforms that I have said. Follow me at Facebook, YouTube, Telegram, and also Getter. Follow Border Network News at Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram. And also follow Anthony Agüero, Real Anthony Agüero, and all the other half of Border Network News. You can follow him and all the platforms that exist. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always, your country's first. God bless.
ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he has...
What do you think, Sarah, of this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
Couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.